Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do a recipe video for you all. I'm going to do a veggie chili con carne, which I've got from the Slimming World website, but I have tweaked it. So I'm going to link the recipe down below for you in the description box, and I'll also put it on my blog so you can all go and look at it and print it, whatever you want to do. I will say it is tweaked, and of course I'm going to use Quorn mince as opposed to using 5% beef mince, but it's entirely up to you what you want to do. So if you come, I will show you the ingredients. So to begin with, we're going to be using some Quorn mince. This is a 300 gram portion, but I'm going to do 150 grams of frozen as well, because you need 500 grams in total. We're also going to use 1 tin of red kidney beans in water, some Italian plum tomatoes. I suppose you could use chopped tomatoes. The recipe said just tomatoes, 4 peeled tomatoes, but I've chosen to use a tin. You're going to need some fry light, some sunflower oil one, 2 peppers. It said to use a green and a yellow, but we've got a green and a red, so we're going to use that. 1 large onion, but we're going to use just 2 brown ones, 2 small ones. A vegetable oxo cube. If you're going to use beef mince, you can use a beef oxo cube instead, but we're going to use veggie. Some hot chili powder. It said on the recipe to use 2 green chillies, so I'm just going to use 1 teaspoon. When I get to it, I'll let you know, but I think it probably maybe half to 1 teaspoon of hot chili powder. You're also going to need some smoked, well, paprika. I'm using smoked because that's what we've got. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of that. Some ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of that. And 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. And you can use 2 garlic cloves. We're going to use some garlic granules. So I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of that, because I think that would be the equivalent. So that's everything, and now I'll show you how we are going to do the recipe now. So all the veg is now prepared, and if you come here, I'll show you. So I've chopped the peppers. I've also diced the onions. You can use red onion, by the way, but I've decided to use white or brown or whatever you call it. And then here I've got the Quorn, like I said. So there's 350 grams of Quorn here, and I've also just defrosted 150 grams to make it to 500 grams in total. So now I'm going to start showing you how to cook it. So I'm now going to put some fry light. This is the sunflower one, but you can use any one, into the pan. You can spray as much as you want. You may need to do this as you're cooking. I'm going to turn this on, just do it to 12. This is electric, by the way, so I'm just going to wait for that to heat up for a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the onions in here when that's heated up. So it's now heated up, and I'm now going to put my onions into the pan, and I'm just going to fry it for a couple of minutes, see how it goes, and might need a bit longer. So I'll come back to you when they are slightly browned. Okay, so I've fried this now on a medium heat, and now I'm going to put in the Quorn that I've got. And I'm probably going to put some more fry light in it as well, so it doesn't stick to the pan. And then I've got, is the pan going to be big enough? I'm just going to fry this for a little bit, a couple of minutes I think. I'm just going to put some more of the fry light in, just so it doesn't stick. I'm just going to keep this on a medium heat. and I'll come back to you when this is fried for a bit. So I'm now going to put in 2 teaspoons of the garlic granules. And give it a quick stir. I have sprayed a little bit more fry light in there as well. And I've still got it on a medium heat. And I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of the ground coriander. I'm then going to put in 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. It's a bit much, never mind. I'm sure it will be tasty. And I'm going to give it a stir. I'm now going to put in probably half a teaspoon of hot chili powder, but you could use chillies instead if you wanted, 2 chillies. I don't want to overdo it, so I have to put that much in. So I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, but you could use paprika if you wanted to. I'm now going to give that a stir. Right, I'm now going to put in the tinned tomatoes. And give it a stir. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit to low. So I'm now going to put in the vegetable stock cube, which I'm going to crumble, and I'm going to add some boiling water to it instead of just to do enough liquid. So before I add the liquid, I'm going to add the peppers. This is 2 chopped peppers. And I'm going to give that a stir. Okay, so I'm going to put some water in here because this is actually quite dry. So I'll come back to you when I've boiled the kettle, because you don't want to hear that in the video. So now I'm going to put the boiling water in because it needs some more liquid. You can put the stock in this if you wanted to and do it that way, but I'm just going to do this instead. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put the red kidney beans in as well. It says to do it 5 minutes at the end, but I'm going to do so it has 15 minutes to cook. So I'm going to give that a stir, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit to get it slightly simmering, and then I'll turn it back down again. So I'm now going to turn this down. As you can see, it's starting to bubble very slightly, and I'm going to turn it down and I'm going to simmer it for 15 minutes, and I'll come back to you when it is done. So this has now had about 15 minutes, and it's not reduced as much as I hoped it would have, but I don't think it's too bad. I have added a little bit more red chilli, hot chili powder. I'm not really sure how much, but it's going to be to your taste, so you've got to decide how hot you want it and add more if you want, or less if you don't like it so spicy. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a little bit of salt in. I'm also going to put some pepper in as well. I'll give that a bit of a stir. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve it out on a plate, and then I'll show you what I'm going to have it with. So I'm going to be serving this with, as you can see, some plain boiled rice, and that is free. Well, I assume it is still free, but it's been cooked from scratch, so it is free. And then I've got the chili on top as well. So the chili is free as well, providing you use 5% beef mince or something that's 5% other mince or Quorn, so that will be free as well. And I think it should serve about 4, but there's quite a lot left in the frying pan, so it's probably going to serve more than 4. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this recipe video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.